me, OBS. You're my only hope. So, here's all the screenshots. You can add captions and guess I can upload them to Steam. I didn't know much about the Steam being able to do that, so. And I can share it to Facebook. I'll do that later. That's kind of cool. I honestly should do this later, but alright, so I don't know if that's a bug that happened or if what I did there, but everything crashed. It even crashed OBS, so that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and upload these all to Steam. I didn't know you could upload photos to Steam. That's pretty cool. Alright, 2 more, and then we'll get going again. I've had a lot of fun though. This beta is really pretty good. Pretty good. Of course, obviously, there's just a couple things that was kind of, you know, like, come on, that needs to be fixed. But, obviously, beta. That's what you're gonna get. Alright, let's get back into the game here. And Visio Creations logo. Alright, so looking at the very start menu here, I'm just looking at some of the buttons that will be available at launch, which obviously aren't here. We got load game campaign, which is one of the features I was very excited about. Campaign is pretty much I believe you start as kind of like a sandbox, and you grow your park, and you pretty much start from scratch, and then your scenarios, obviously you're starting out with already developed parks and stuff like that. You got your normal sandbox, which is unlimited money. You can do whatever you want. Content manager. That sounds interesting. Steam Workshop, obviously. So, really cool. And then it looks like we might have different types of environments for the sandboxes. So you have Frolicking Forest is what we've been playing in. They'll have different ones apparently which is very cool. Y'all have different backgrounds and different stuff like that. So. This is our new one. Let's call it what? I'll just call it Coaster Park, because that's all we can build is coasters. Alright, let it load back up. Super high in-game sound. I know the music's a little overpowering. Just let it load. It's funny, I need to get something to eat. I haven't even ate yet. I need to eat dinner. I'm thinking of possibly, after a little bit here, taking a break, and we'll be back with the stream. It looks like I lost about half of my viewers after that crash. So, sorry about that. But, I was hitting some pretty good numbers. I got up to, I think, 23, 24 viewers was the most I got up to, which is actually really good for my Twitch, so I was very excited about that. And again, if you missed any part of the stream, I will be uploading all the videos to YouTube as well. And I plan on uploading them uncut so you can see every single bit that I do. But how about these entrances? These entrances are really nice. I really like them. Now, I'd love to be able to do custom entrances eventually, but these aren't bad. And I'm wondering if we're able to open and close our park as well, since obviously we can't do anything here. But let's go ahead and just do a lot of, see everything we can do with paths and stuff. So I noticed in like with the paths generate around, it seems like paths generate around the fountains, which is kind of cool. So let me go to my paths. Let's try a different one this time. Last time I used asphalt. Jonathan is so distracting. Yes, he is. This cobblestone's not bad looking. I want to use stuff that we haven't really seen before, like in the streams and stuff like that. Let's try the sandstone. Sandstone. Can I even use this large path? Medium. Looks like I can only use small here. Ooh, I like that path. What are you doing? You're distracting everybody. What? Oh, I saw a curved path. Let's have a straight path. So I'm gonna try and create some really cool paths here. Alright, so you can't connect the large ones from there. So what if I did a small, just here, and a large? Maybe not. It's weird that the only large path I can do is diagonal like that. Okay. That's interesting. So we got a nice little fountain, which is kind of cool. Let's see if we can add some nice little flower beds here. See what all we got. And you can really precisely place these like you could in old games with the on-demand grid, which is very, very handy if you want to make these very on point. It's very easy to use. I really like it. Oh my gosh. Are you turning them on? Okay. Darth. Plot twist. R2 is Darth Vader. Place one here. Placed one over there, and that's the same thing.
Hey R2, how you doing today? Yeah. Be nice.
He forgot to scream. I can't get it to go over there. Oh well, so I'll just instead let's get rid of this.
Hey R2. Reset program. Hey R2. Do you remember Darth Vader? Hey.
There you go. Scream.
Hey R2. Do you remember Anakin Skywalker? Hey R2. Do you remember?
Did you break his head?
Hey R2.
That's a little too much.
Do you remember Darth Vader? Hey R2. Do you remember Anakin Skywalker? I understand.
If you want him to play the Imperial March, you have to. You did it backwards.
I did do it backwards, didn't I?
It's Anakin, then Darth Vader.
What? Hey R2.
Look at this
remember?
entrance.
Hey R2. Reset system. Do you remember Anakin Skywalker?
What is he doing? Oh, probably.
Hey R2. Get back here.
Look at this entrance. So beautiful. Alright, let's get more foliage
Hey
in
R2.
here.
Do you remember Anakin Skywalker?
Oh, just say Anakin. Don't say Skywalker, otherwise he thinks you're saying Luke.
Hey
I
R2.
remember that.
Do you remember Anakin?
Are you sure?
Hey R2. Do you remember? Hey R2. Reset system. Do you remember Anakin?
I'm loving it.
Hey R2.
I mean, look at this entrance. It looks beautiful.
Darth Vader?
He doesn't like to be picked up. He doesn't like that. Why won't you let me place it there? That's where I want to place it, but you won't let me. Invalid location. That's kind of weird. How this is the same on, this side is the same on this side as the way I made the pathways, but it won't let me do certain things on some things, which is weird. Bulldozer, but I can't. Oh, okay. So I made a really cool looking entrance here, and continuing on to it. Yeah, I'm sure you weren't. Let's see what other. Get some. Also get some palm trees in here. We have to. See, it's very strange how I can do it on that side, but I can't do it on this side. That's one thing I don't like, that limits is what you have limits of where you can place stuff. Like, I don't see why I can't place it there. That's me though. So I guess I'll get rid of those. I want to put something in between the planters here. I don't know. Something I haven't got into is benches and stuff, park benches and stuff like that. Scenery. Let's see what posts we have. Different lights and stuff. Alright, so I can place it there. Both sides. Can I? Yes, I can. But I don't want those there. I want to put them somewhere else. Perfect. Create the lamps in perfect spot here. We can also see what benches we have, and we also have litter bins, which of course you're going to want so people don't litter in your park. See, again, it let me do it on the other side, but not on this side. Or maybe it was, I'm guessing, maybe it might have. See, it won't let me put, I don't see why I can't place it there. And that's, like, seriously. I have an issue with that. Like, what's different from there from here? I think that's something they could work on, is just some of the invalid locations. Some of the invalid locations don't make sense to me. So I'll just place those there. But we'll work around it for right now. And still make it look good. Alright, as you can see, I don't have any rides or anything. Frames per second is perfect. I still want to add something around these this path still. See what decor we have. I can add like rocks. Well, I guess they won't fit in between there. Pretty cool looking rocks there. Western lamppost. Actually, I have a water tower. That's kind of cool. Pumpkins for Halloween. Now, if I wanted to place these around the pathways. Oops, I messed up. Okay. Actually, they're too long. That's the issue. Okay. I feel like I go definitely quiet at sometimes, but I'm just like so excited and focused on this. I can't get that centered. It's okay. We'll just go off the grid here and place them ourselves. Sometimes it's nice to actually go off the grid. I don't think that's... Yeah, maybe not this tree. Kind of covers the path a little too much. I'm a perfectionist. I have to have the very right stuff in the right spots. Oh, these go nicely here. Poplar trees. let me. Come on. Why can't I place it anywhere between there? I can't even place it on this side. Alright. Alright, the developers, you better be listening here. This doesn't seem right to me, okay? I can place it on this side, but not this side. And I've tried rotating it too. Wait, what was that? It worked for a second. I saw it. Wait. Right there. Alright, I don't think it should be that difficult to get him there. And I don't understand why there's no reason why I should be able to place it here too. Alright, that's okay. Because this will be expanding on these right here. On this pathway. We'll be expanding. So, I don't think you can go from, like, small to large if you... Or small to medium. Oh, there it is. It worked there. Maybe you can't. Okay. It just seems a little bit too restrictive of where you can or cannot place it. And that's just kind of my opinion, but I feel like I should be able to place it in certain areas it's not letting me place it, so. And I do wish I could, like, I'm so big in scenery and stuff and buildings and stuff. I wish I could build some buildings around this area. It'd be definitely cool, so I can't wait for the second beta period, which a lot of that should be available, hopefully. A lot of that stuff available. But if there was one thing I think they need to work on a lot is, like I've been saying, is where to place things and where you can or cannot place things. In my opinion, you should be able to place anything anywhere you want. And there's some path glitches here where, like, you can see the line right there, the fountain looks great. The backgrounds look really good. So I'm trying to look at positives as well as I've tried to search for the negatives as well as stuff I'd like to see improved. But overall, I've been able to pick up on this game pretty quickly, which is good. Like, I feel like I know how to play it for the most part. And I'm getting there. So there's arches and signs aren't available. Maybe we can place some of this decor. Nice little temple here. It's kind of cool. I have all these little character statues, which I'm assuming is going to be the mascots and your entertainers. Your parks. Facing that way. Kind of like, hey, here's the entrance. You've come through the very cool entrance, now here's the ride part that you've been waiting for. So I'll have to stick to small paths here. Let's stick to the grid a little bit. And I did not mean to do that. I keep forgetting to choose my path color, or my path texture thing. Whatever they're called. We went with the sandstone. Okay. So, first things first. It's time to start getting into to some coasters. Let's see. We haven't looked at the hypercoaster yet, but we've seen a lot of it through their streams. I haven't seen the stand-up coaster yet. Dive coaster, flying, inverted. I'm saying let's go ahead and go into the inverted. I think someone commented earlier that the supports on the inverted coaster aren't very good, but we'll see how they are. An inverted coaster is definitely something different, so let's go ahead and try one of them. Entrance and exits there. So let's place it down here, which will be good. Make this straight. I'll just can't get that high. Alright, again, if you haven't been here, I'll show you how to make a more realistic type of lift hill rather than just like this. If you haven't been here. We're going to go ahead, after you click this and make it this way, you want to click on this track, and then you want to click one of these nodes here, somewhere in this general area. Oops, I messed that up completely. Make sure you do your best to keep it straight here. So I'm going to select that node, then we're going to select one towards the top. So we'll just use, say, this one. And then I'm going to click 4 here. And I'm going to rotate it until it's straight. And there you go. You got a pretty realistic straight lift hill. I like my lift hills to be nice and straight in the middle. So if you click on these, you can also change the types. Got the chain lift. So I change that to the lift hill. That's lift. And this is also going to be lift as well. So you can change the lift hill speed right here. We'll just leave it for right now. Or at least that's what I'm gonna do. So let's go back to standard track. And make our first drop. And at this point, I usually found out that it's actually pretty easy without the grid right here. Whoopsies. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's put that back at 0. Alright, I want to turn it. Turn it this way. There you go. Okay. Now let's create a little drop. So I'm going to go to 1, hold shift, and create a drop here. Let's rotate it a little bit this way. See if I can't go any lower without it turning. Alright, that's beautiful right there. I'm going to try and attempt something. I don't know if it'll work. One of my favorite elements is a 0G roll. So let's see what we can create here. See if I want to try and create it successfully. There's 180. Without that red, obviously, we don't want our coaster flying off the track. And in my opinion, I just feel like it has to be way too long before it actually works out. That's way too big. Not exactly straight there. Let me fix this before I get any further. Well, I messed that up. Okay, rewind. So we're just gonna start this over. So I usually turn the grid on just to try and get that straight track here. There we are. Let's see if we can't get this any further. Keep it straight. See, why is there a curve? Want it fully straight. Alright, that looks good there. Let me try this again. Okay. Start with the bottom. So when you click, you want to make sure you don't move it. That's important. Still straight. And when you hit the top here, I made it move. I made it move. Okay. So we'll just click it. Don't move. Stop moving. I'm not trying to make you move. Something maybe. Another thing I would like to see, to be able to edit the node without having to, without trying to move it. Like I just want to change other things, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I think I need to actually. Let's delete that one. Main part is I want to make sure it's straight, and I don't think it is. And I think the grid should help out with that a little bit better to create a straight track. Okay, let's try this from a little further back. And I'll be there. I need to change this one up. There we go. So that's straight. Well, the very top part isn't. Like, I think it's just kind of ridiculous that you have to spend so much time just trying to literally make this lift hill straight. Alright. I mean, that just kind of annoys me a little bit. Like, all I want is a straight lift hill. let's just start from the station here. Might be easier to get a straighter one here. Whoops. Not like that. But if I had to comment on this, I love how it's done, but make the lift, or make it a little bit easier. The only reason why I'm using the grid is just for straightness. Everything else, it's the only thing I'm using it for in the coaster builder, is trying to make it straight, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do it myself. That's why they do that. Let's go here. We're almost there. Okay. Still don't think that's completely straight. Okay, that will do for right now. It's not bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and select these pieces. Make sure they're the lift. That's all the lift hill. And let's continue this. And get rid of the grid. Huh. See what we can do. Get a nice big drop turn. Now I'm gonna do what I tried to do last time. Yeah, and I haven't actually seen any catwalks now that that you mentioned. I haven't seen any catwalks yet for anything yet. I saw it happen on my wing coaster for like a second, which was kind of weird. It was on the wing coaster for a second, or for like one tiny piece, which was weird. Alright, flip this back 360 degrees. So we got ourselves a little bit of an inversion here. In my opinion, this is way too big. Like, why did I have to make it this big to get this inversion on here? Or this zero G type, zero G roll type thing. But there we go. We got a inversion here. But it's very strange. I don't know. Let me try and make it all one piece. I've seen that done before. Let me grab this. So if I flip it all the way around like this, 360. Back to 1. Keep forgetting to do that. We're going to try this. That there. And click on this part. Whoops. I want to click on this node. Actually, I don't want to click on the node. I want to click on the coaster track. Find the midpoint. Where it's twisting upside down. Looks like this is a good spot. Raise it up. Of course, it's gonna be red. I don't want it to be red. Because I want to raise it up. Alright, that's yellow. So there's a little flip. Got an inversion. So nice. Trying to create an overbank turn here. Like that overbank turn. But I do think the supporting needs a little bit of work. Like, this support is unrealistic to me right here. This is sideways. It's kind of strange. And then obviously the lift hill is kind of disappointing on an inverted coaster. Because it needs to be all the way around across to the other side. Overbanked support turns, not very realistic. So if I had to mention something, they need to do a little bit more research on what supports look like if they're going for realism. Because I'm all about realism a lot. I really focus a lot on realism when I'm building my parks. Oh. Try to create another inversion here. It's actually not what I wanted to do. Twisted it the wrong way. I wanted to twist it this way. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll Right now we're upside down. I know that much. This will be a unique, hopefully a pretty unique inversion. This is a corkscrew that we're looking at here. If it wasn't for saying invalid location, it'd be perfect. Pretty huge. Pretty huge just to get that white going. Create a little bit of a helix. Alright, looks like you can create helixes pretty nicely. I will give them that. Push this back to 720. Starting to get the little bit of feel and hang of the coaster editor at least, which makes me happy. Wow, this is big. Alright, so almost to the end of this coaster. Alright, so this will be our brake run. Adjust these just a little bit. Alright, so there's a not the greatest inverted coaster in the world, but not bad. I did my best, to say the least. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the train here. So this one's the generic one right here, which is what we want. Now something I haven't seen, is there a way I can add colors to the track or the trains? That's one thing, I want to be able to change the train color. Are we able to color the trains whatever we want, or do they have to be this color? That's where I'm kind of trying to figure out. So we can delete them by pressing delete. Let's go ahead and test it. Of course, I didn't add any brakes. Because it's so hard to build a nice coaster, as they say in the forum. I mean, it is, but I think if you get the coaster editor down, you can create something kind of cool. I mean, I'm not doing too bad, but there's a couple things I feel like they could add that could definitely make it better. Nice overbank turn. Overbank turns are pretty easy to make. For the supports, I'm not caring for the supports so much in the game. Got the helix I made there. And I'm not seeing any catwalks on the inverted coaster. And I'm just trying to point out all the stuff that I feel like should be there. Alright, so that coaster didn't turn out too bad. So the safety rating, ultra extreme. Well, that's good. Pass. Oh wait, that was just a little thing, it wasn't the actual thing. Safety rating 9.45, nausea 2.51, intensity 0.38. I couldn't imagine what you'd have to do to get really high intensity. Probably actually launch it off the track, probably. So we had a successful test run there. Try that again. I scrolled all the way to it, but I guess I didn't even click on it. Let's see, I'm getting some questions. If we will be able to have different colors for different parts of the ride. That's a good question. I don't know. We were able to do that in RCT3. So, the question that was asked, are we going to be able to have different colors in different sections of the ride? Like, if I wanted to change this color to something else, I can do that, but as of right now, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of, anyways, and if you can, I do not know how to do it. But that's something that would be definitely, I think, would be nice to have. Is different colors. A nice little queue line there. So this is a nice big inverted coaster. I'm trying to hit as a ton of different coaster types as we get around here. So I'll do all the other stuff like I did in the last one. What do you think of the day-night cycle? It seems kind of a distraction and kills. I think in the final game, I'm not sure if it's like RCT3. You'll be able to control if you can stay light or not. And the night, I think they said the cycles are a little bit faster than what they're going to, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. So, alright, flying coaster would be interesting. Floorless, dive. Haven't tried the stand up. Accelerator coaster. Do not know what the accelerate does it. I'm unaware of what this coaster is like. Ah, so this is like the Giga style. You make like an Intamin style coaster, and I believe it's a launch section right there. So this is something finally different looking, which is nice, because all the coaster track types look all the same. And that's kind of a pet peeve I've had so far. Because they just looked all the same. Wonder if we could create like a strata type coaster. Just launch it straight up. What just happened here? So if I wanted to do that, I would have to could go straight up, so select 4. 1. Invalid. Well, of course it is. There we go. That's how it would work. Okay. See how this works. I don't know how it works. Oh, we could do something like this. So I don't know what I'm really doing here. Whoa, that twisted that up a lot. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not gonna do that. Let's just create a really cool launch coaster, I guess. Oops. Let's move this one over to a curve. Alright, let's take the grid off now. And right off the bat, I think, and that's something. What are the specialty pieces? That's all they got, okay. I need to work on the specialty pieces. Get more of those in there and we'll be good. Right, don't mean to be repetitive here, but yeah, I'm gonna create another helix with this. We're gonna create this awesomely. It's gonna be so cool. I'm liking how this one's gone. Maybe create like a overbank type turn thing here. Alright, track's very hard to tell. I'm trying to make sure I get that right. This nose is 90 degrees for a second. That was weird. Try to build some loops and a helix. Well, I'd had a little bit of a helix right there to start off, and the loops are just dreadful in this game so far. I do not like the loops. So I prefer not to try that out. I tried it earlier. It didn't work very well. Let's make this as well. Let's go back to 0%. That'll look kind of cool. Short one. Sorry for the silence. I'm just really getting into it. Or I'm just really like trying to focus on this thing. Okay, so I'll make this straight section here. Yeah, it's too tight of a curve there. Hmm. Ah, this isn't working. Alright, go. That was only difficult. But kind of neat. Little launch coaster. I don't know what will happen if. Stops for a second. You can see the catapult go back and launch. Alright, made it over that time. Well, I think that exactly the wrong direction. That's okay. Sweet. Ending I hadn't really edited enough, so it's kind of iffy. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I just fell through the track. That's weird. To the station. But anyways, this has been it's been pretty good. I'm having a good time even though I'm pretty silent because I've been focusing on building these rides. But it's pretty good. I feel like in the full game, which should, by the way, will definitely be more polished, obviously, all that stuff. Will turn out a lot better. And this is beta, so we always gotta remember that. But I think we will hopefully be able to get a lot more a date down here, which is really cool. And it actually has a year as well, like 2016. So, maybe we should really work on terrain decoration now. Water tool. I wonder if I can just flood everything. Spreading. That's kind of cool. What if I just went... Just drown everyone like this. I wonder what this would do if you had actual peeps, or what they plan to do, if they have any animations planned for this. You know what this means? I think it might be time to do destruction park. That's pretty funny. You can flood your own park. No one in the park seems to care. Well, they are ghosts, so. Wondering if this will eventually all disappear, all the water. I don't know. So, minus sign. Oh, it's rid of it. Ah. That's cool. Well, I don't know. I kind of want to start over again. I feel like I could have done better on this one. But okay. New plan out. I'm not gonna save this one. Actually enjoyed my first park a little bit better. So let's go back to the main menu. Hopefully it doesn't crash like it did last time. It's not doing anything. Oh, there it goes. So you just wait a second and don't click on anything, otherwise I think the game crashes. Let's see. Man, I haven't even gotten anything. Food. Maybe I should take a break. So it's been a great stream so far. I actually created a really cool park, I think, so it's really good. I think I'm gonna take a break and go eat something because I haven't had any dinner yet either. I went straight home and did this, so plus I think it's pretty much break time because I've gone a little bit too silent and it's starting to get a little creepy. So, but it's getting a little late. I'm not sure if I'll come back or not. I might. I might make some individual regular videos for YouTube. So, with that being said, I think I'll come back to this tomorrow. I don't know if I'll come back tonight. I might. but we'll just see how I'm feeling. I'm just starting to get tired and really excited, and we'll do some more stuff. I kind of want to do a destruction park here pretty soon, so I might do a little bit of that. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I had probably one of the bigger audiences I've ever had on Twitch before, which is really fun and really cool. I'm definitely getting my playing time in on this game because we only have a short amount of time to play it, and that's something we need to have. So it was a lot of fun. It's getting late at my place, so I think it's good time to call it quits. It's almost been an hour and a half on this stream. Last stream I think I had over 2 hours, so I think I've been streaming for like 3-4 hours total, somewhere around there. But I think I need to, yeah, just like you said, I need to eat something because my imagination and my skills look like they decreased after that last park. So stick around if you're going to be up a little bit later, but I'm not sure if, again, I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to be streaming again tonight. We'll see how I feel. So I'm just going to try and start uploading what I have so far to YouTube and everything and get all that taken care of so everyone has that. So thanks everyone so much for watching. I'll see you guys in a little bit. If not tonight, then be sure to come back again tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time tomorrow night. I'm going to a Halloween party tomorrow, so as much as I want to get more playing time in on this, I'll definitely be looking at that. So I will see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye. And let me find that stuff.